Hey, my Antelope Valley. I hope everyone is well and that you had a nice weekend. Thank you for tuning into this week's Market Snapshot video. Today is May 16th, 2022. I'm Mark Troth, broker and co-owner of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Troth Realtors right here in Lancaster, California. Glad to week in and week out bring you this quick recap of what is going on in the local Antelope Valley real estate market. Feel it's important that folks have a local resource to go to see what is happening. A lot of times our numbers here in the Antelope Valley get caught up in the greater Los Angeles County, state of California numbers. And our market is definitely unique unto itself. Like to point out before we jump into the numbers, my numbers are courtesy of the Greater Antelope Valley Association of Realtors MLS system. As I mentioned last week, market is starting to show signs that it's changing, and our numbers this week definitely bear that out. So let's go ahead and pull up our first slide here. There we go. So last week, we still had more properties pending than we did active listings. I predicted that by this week, we would exceed that. We would see that those active listings exceeded pendings. And boy, did it in a big way. This morning, we start out with 729 active listings on the market. That is up 9.3% from last week when we were at 667. Second week in a row with almost a 10% jump of active listings coming on the market. Typical spring, summer is when we see a lot of the listings come on the market. So to see that increase in inventory, not definitely a surprise. You can see that we're up from 4 weeks ago when we were at 590, so up about 23.6%. And but this is the number that's a little bit concerning. If we go down, and as of this morning, we start with 655 pending properties in escrow, 4.8% drop from last week. And you can see that gap between the actives and pendings. I thought that maybe we might see actives exceed maybe by 10, 15 over from last week, but definitely a big jump, 40, about 74, I believe is the number, more active listings than pendings. And we can see that that is 12.4% down from 4 weeks ago when we were at 748. Let's go ahead and pull up our second slide here, and we'll get some conclusions on my thoughts at the end here. You can see last week from 5.9 to 5.15, 136 new residential listings came on the market, up just one from the previous week. Residential listings into escrow, and 96 last week. Week before that, we were 114. So the increase in interest rates, the prices, definitely starting to drive some buyers to the sidelines. Just not seeing as many properties go into escrow. That's a pretty good week over week decline, 15.8%. You can see that the median number of days that those pendings were on the market is starting to increase. 2 weeks ago, we were at cumulative median days on the market 11. Last week, we were at 13. The week before last, we were at 13. Last week, we're at 15. Residential listings last week that closed, 85, down just a tick from when we were at 88 the prior week, 5.2 to 5.8. And can see that the median sales price, nice little week over week increase. It's been bumping from the mid fours to the upper fours, so that's still somewhat typical. And still we're seeing that median sales price exceed the median list price by a little bit. So we'll go ahead and stop the share on that slide. So in conclusion, we are definitely starting to see some change in the market. I hear it from agents that I talk to that sellers are starting to get a little anxious as to, are we starting to finally maybe see that peak and start to come down on the other side? Are we going to start to see reductions in prices, which I believe we will start to see some rollback as we get more and more listings on the market. And some of those sellers are definitely people that are anxious to sell, relocation, change of life event type of thing. And so you're going to see those people, as their house starts to sit on the market longer, get a little bit anxious and take a price cut. So I do believe we're definitely seeing that change in the market. And as we head through the balance of spring and into summer, it's going to be interesting to see over the next few months exactly how big that gap between active listings and pendings grows. So with that, we'll go ahead and call it a wrap for this week. Make sure you tune in next week to see where we continue to head. I appreciate you tuning in. If you need any more information, please feel free to reach out to myself or any of our trusted professionals here at Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, Troth Realtors, proudly serving the Antelope Valley for 65 years. All right, everybody, take care. See you next week. Bye-bye.